If you're craving a crunchy, salty treat, all you need is 5 ingredients. Let me show you how to make them. To make the crackers, start by adding 2 cups of superfine almond flour to the bowl of a food processor. Add in 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds, half a teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 whole egg. Blend until the dough comes together. Transfer the dough to a piece of parchment paper and then cover with another sheet. Then using a rolling pin, roll the dough out. Using a biscuit cutter, stamp out the crackers and transfer them to a baking sheet with another piece of parchment paper. Bake in a 350-degree oven for 12 to 14 minutes or until they're slightly golden and crisp. Hi guys, I'm Julianne with Keto Cooking Christian, and you saw how easy those were to make. They're nice and crispy, and they actually stay that way. You can store them for about a week or so at room temperature. You can keep them even longer in the fridge, and you can also freeze them. If you do freeze them, when you thaw them out, you can just pop them in the oven for maybe 2 minutes just to get them to crisp back up, and they'll be just like you made them. What I love about these is they're nice and subtle. They don't have a strong flavor, although you can add a lot of different flavors to them. You can add dried herbs or ranch seasoning, everything bagel, which I actually have a separate recipe for crackers that are almost identical to these, except I use everything bagel seasoning. And I'll link it down below so you can check it out. But I just love how easy they are to make, and there's not a lot of strange ingredients. Very common ingredients that I'm sure you probably have in your pantry already. And they're quick. You can make them fancy or using a biscuit cutter like I did, or you can just cut them out with a pizza cutter would probably be the easiest way to cut them out. But there are so many different ways you can serve them. You can use them on your charcuterie boards or cheese boards. You can, they will hold up. They're pretty substantial. I don't know if you can tell, but they're fairly thick, but not too thick. And they will hold up to just about any dip that you want to swipe them through. And, or you can have cut pieces of like dried salami or sausage or cheese and serve them that way. They're just really nice crackers, and like I said, they're very clean and just have a mild flavor. But again, you can add like garlic powder or, like I said, ranch. You can add any seasoning you like and customize them to what your preference is. I have just a simple dip here. It's a simple veggie dip that is actually a brand new recipe that I will have on my site soon. So I can link that down below, but there are plenty of dips. In fact, I can link all the dips that I have on my site, and you can check those out. And let me show you how nice and crispy they are. They're so awesome. And like I said, they'll hold up to any dip. Scoop it up and, well, we'll give it a taste. So nice and crunchy. You make these, I promise you're going to love them. They're just delicious. And again, they're nice and mild. I have a dip coming up, another dip recipe coming up in a video in about a week or so that I'm going to use these to serve with, and they hold up just fine. I hope you give these a try. They really are so simple, so easy, and you don't have to rely on the store-bought, keto or low-carb crackers that you buy that they're so expensive. They're easy to make. Like I said, they store for a while, and they're just good. They're just clean and they're good. If you give them a try, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.